In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my weight loss hacks and showing you everything I eat today. Hello my honeys, it's Emmie. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Emmie. I'm a nutritionist and the creator of the Slim on Starch program, where you work with me as well as a mindset coach and a nutrition coach to lose weight on a plant-based diet. If you're interested in that, go to healthyhunnies.org or just click the link in the down bar. Let's start out with the good stuff. What is she eating? Let me show you. So everyone loves hacks, right? I love a good hack. I am not, I'm not above a good hack, I'll tell you that. But when it comes to weight loss, why is it that we need to hack this system? Think about this. We see weight loss hack and we're like, yes, the impossible task of weight loss. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. I know, right, V? He totally agrees because he is an animal. And why is it that humans are the only animals in nature, with the exception of actually domesticated cats and dogs, that are overweight and sick? We're the smartest animals and we're also the sickest animals. Could it be that we know too much and our brains are doing way too much work when really our bodies have got it covered if we stay the heck out of it? Could it be that because we're trying to hack everything that this could actually be getting us into a deeper mess? Yes. Because we count calories, because we have little machines that tell us you burned this many calories, we get so caught up in this calculus of what it takes to lose weight that we lose what it really is to be healthy, which is to eat whole, natural foods in their whole form, not processed, without ingredients labels, and just listen to our bodies. So before you click off because you think that I've rickrolled you and I've trapped you into this video and I don't have any hacks, I do. But instead of using the word hacks, we're going to use the word habits. And these habits are going to get us, humans, which are animals, more closely aligned with the lifestyle and diet that nature intended for us, which is a whole food, plant-based diet where we're just listening to our body's hunger fullness cues, and we're not listening to calorie counts and all this craziness about what it takes to be healthy. Okay, so let's talk about these habits, these hacks that you can implement if you are looking to release weight. I like to use the term release weight with my clients as opposed to lose weight, because when you lose something, you want it back. You want to go looking for it. Losing something isn't a great feeling. Releasing something, that is freedom. And I have a toe cramp. Aren't those the worst? Oh my God. So we're gonna start at 5 and we are going to work our way down to number 1. So habit number 5, we are going to do a little plug for healthy parents. And habit number 5 is going to be healthy cookbook. So Healthy Mommy and Healthy Dad have made their cookbook, which will be available in the coming weeks. Click the link in the down bar so that you can be notified right when it comes out, or when you're watching it. If you're watching this a little bit later than the release date of the video, it's already out. And the reason why I made this is because my parents are very routined people, and that has absolutely contributed to their success on this lifestyle. My dad, I can tell you, it's Thursday night, which means he is having veggie burgers tonight, and veggie burgers are in the cookbook. He has the meals that are his go-to meals that he makes for him and for my mom, and they rely on these day in and day out. This is what they eat. You know, if only it were that simple that you just had the recipes and you stuck to them. The mindset is a huge component of this too, which is why I have clients that I work with personally, because it's not always just give me the recipes, give me the cookbook and I'm good to go. That very often is not the case. However, you can't have the right mindset and not be eating the right food. Once you have the food right and the mindset right, you're good to go, which is why when I work with my clients in the Slim on Starch program, we have the food aspect, we cover that with a nutrition coach, and we have the mindset aspect. We cover that with the mindset coach as well, because this isn't just about one or the other, but you do have to have the food right. And so the cookbooks that they have made, my dad makes these recipes Sunday through Saturday, every day of the week. You're going to be seeing everything that they eat during the week and exactly how they do it, as well as the stories behind how they came to be, how the recipes were born in the first place, which I think is very, very cute. So all the information is in the down bar, but more so what I want to talk about with why this is a hack is because my dad knows it's Thursday. This is what I'm having for dinner. He's having veggie burgers tonight. On Monday night, he has Thanksgiving without the turkey. This is in the cookbook. Tuesday night, he has pasta with his homemade sauce and salad. This is in the cookbook. Wednesday night, he has leftovers. And when I say he, I mean he and Healthy Mommy. Wednesday night, he has leftovers from Monday and Tuesday. Thursday night is veggie burgers, and then Friday night is one of the weekend dinners that he features. So I'm going over there tomorrow night, and I don't know what it's gonna be, but I was on the phone with him earlier, and I said, I'll eat whatever you make me. It's either gonna be tofu ginger, which it's probably not. He reserves that for special occasions, and that is my absolute favorite recipe. Mexi, I have a feeling it's gonna be Mexi. Wraps, Mexican stew, it could be, but I have a feeling it's gonna be Mexi. Mexi is like his favorite. So give me a night of the week and he knows what he's eating, and he preps that, he puts that out on the counter right when he wakes up in the morning, so that the decision is made. Every time you make a decision, you deplete your brain of glucose. And if we are making decision after decision after decision, by the end of the day, we're so exhausted that we're probably gonna make a decision around food that we're not proud of. So if we can reduce the amount of decisions that we make during the day as much as possible, we are much more likely to stay on track with our health goals. And with Healthy Dad's cookbook, because he has created this system that he sticks to with his meals, he reduces his decision making around food, and he's able to stick to the SOS plan. The Slim on Starch plan, baby. Healthy habit number 4 is that your food prep You got to treat it like a religion. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. I talked about in the last habit the importance of reducing decision fatigue as much as possible. And decision fatigue is dramatically reduced when you have your food prep done on Sundays. And then during the week when you need to focus on getting the kids here, there, and everywhere, you got work to focus on, the day-to-day shuffle, you don't have to worry about the food thing. The food thing is done. It's in the fridge. It's in the freezer. It's ready to go. By the way, please utilize the freezer. Things can stay in the freezer for up to a year. So if your stuff is going bad in the fridge, put it in the freezer. Soups, stews, potatoes, rice, these can go in the freezer. Grains, quinoa, vegetables can go in the freezer. Fruit can go in the freezer. Pretty much everything can go into the freezer to save you from food going bad or you having to do another food prep during the week. I emphasize food prep so much with my clients that in one of the modules, I'm in the kitchen and I say, monkey see, monkey do. Just do exactly what I am doing here and you will be successful if you make this a priority, a non-negotiable. It's on your calendar every single week. Food prep really is the number one determinant of success that I see with clients. And when clients fall off, which relapse is part of recovery, if you fall off, if you stumble a little bit, that is normal. Please don't get down on yourself if that happens. It's nothing to freak out about. But if and when it does happen, it's usually because food prep didn't happen that week for one reason or another. So stick to it like a religion. And speaking of religion, a lot of my clients go to church on Sunday. And so I say, after church, you get home and you food prep, and that's the new routine. Church food prep, church food prep. That's using something we call habit stacking, where you take one habit that you already have in place and then a habit that you want to form, and you stack it onto the habit that you already have in place to ensure that that new habit is going to be created. And before we get into number 3 on habits, I'm hungry. So we're gonna have another meal. All right, we are fed, we are ready to go. We got little Bear here to help us. Let's talk about habit, not hack, number 3. So habit number 3 is going to be to have your go-to restaurants. From working on such an intimate level with so many clients, I know that restaurants are one of the scariest parts of eating this way. And the fact that eating this way, eating is biological, fear is emotional. These two things should not intertwine, right? Especially when there isn't food scarcity for somebody that's likely watching this video. So why do we have so much fear when it comes to going out to eat? Going out to eat is when you're supposed to be with one another, when you don't have to do the dishes, when somebody else can cook for you, when you can just relax for a moment and be served by somebody else. It's a shame, and it really breaks my heart that my clients do fear going out to eat, and that's part of the reason why we work together, because they know they'll see my vlogs and I go out to eat with my friends and with my boyfriend all the time, and not all the time, but I go out as much as a normal person. What is normal anyway? You know what I'm trying to say here, that I do go out to restaurants, and I like the challenge of going out to restaurants and manipulating the menu to find something that is whole food, plant-based. I find that there is a divide between the client that I talk to on Zoom calls and the client that's sitting at the restaurant table. They're two different people. The person that I talk to on the Zoom calls is the person who's like, Emmie, I love eating this way. I love my rice and my potatoes and my vegetables and my fruit and my oatmeal. I love it. And then the person at the restaurant is the nervous, scared people pleaser that doesn't stand up for themselves. But when I talk to them on the call, they're crystal clear about their identity and who they are. When they're at the restaurant, they're not that same person. And I can understand that, because you don't want to be the center of attention. You want people to be looking at you, asking what you're eating. Well, people are curious, and when it comes to how we order at restaurants, people are going to be looking at you, and I know it's anxiety provoking. So this is why I want you to use this hack where you find your go-to restaurants where they can make you what I call the Emmie special, or let's say your name is Jane. They make you the Jane special, and every time you go, they're making something beautiful and gorgeous for you. And maybe not even that, but just a restaurant where there are options for you. One of the things that I give my clients is a restaurant cheat sheet with all the chain restaurants that they can go to, all the restaurants that aren't chains, where they can manipulate the menu a little bit. We have this sushi place that I absolutely love and adore that I like to go to. We have a Mexican place that I love to go to. There's a beautiful bowls place that I love to go to. I know all of these different places that I can go to in the area that can serve something for me. So we have plenty to choose from when it comes to date night. And it's awesome because I don't feel that I have any barriers. You know, look at all these different places that we can choose from. Yeah, let's go, let's do it. Versus you feeling so good on your whole foods plant-based diet, and then your relationship suffering because you guys don't go out to eat anymore. You're no fun, you don't go out to eat anymore. There is a solution to this. Find those go-to restaurants. And I don't want you to feel that you have to sacrifice one or the other. You have to sacrifice your physical health for the sake of being social, or you have to sacrifice your social health for the sake of contributing to your physical health, because really that's not very healthy at all to completely disregard a social life in the pursuit of chasing health off of a cliff and being healthy. This is also why, not to talk about my program and my clients so much, but everything that I talk about on these videos and my food philosophy aligns so much with the work that I do with my clients. But this is why with my clients who I love and adore, I tell them we need to set up, this is one of the modules in the program, a system where you can intentionally have food that has oil in it, that has sugar in it, that is a little bit processed. We have to make room for that too, because I want you to be healthy all around. And sometimes eating healthy and being healthy are two different things. But you do need to have your go-to restaurants that do support your physical health goals. That is very important. All right, hack number 2. Hack number 2 is going to be to have on a similar note as hack number 3, but different, and I'll explain why, your go-to party recipes. This is another huge point of stress for clients. Either they're hosting a party or they're going to a party. There's going to be food in the environment that tempts them. When we are so stimulated, especially in a situation like this, if you're at a social gathering, there is so much going on that your focus on your health goals is not as crystal clear because there's so much stimulation. You know, when you're trying to focus on something, you're driving, right? And you're getting close to the destination, what do? You turn down the radio, because turning down the radio helps you see better. It doesn't actually help you see better. It's just that you can't have too much outside stimulation because it's distracting you from focusing on what you need to focus on. The same thing happens when you're at these social gatherings. There's people to talk to. You're worried about your dress, your hair, do I have lipstick on my teeth? There's so much going on. There's music, your kids are running around. What time we gotta get to soccer? There's so much happening that you can lose sight of your goals and you can just eat whatever's in the environment. Well, what if we set up the environment so that you have these delicious recipes that you can turn to that you brought to the party? So find your go-to recipes that you can bring to a party. My mango grain salad is one of my favorites to bring to a party. That's an example of one that you could bring to a party. These are the things that are going to allow you to, even when you're stimulated, even when you're distracted by your health goals, your environment is such an environment for success that you're able to stick to it. So we have got 4 hacks / habits / tips so far, and we are moving on to number 1, but first, let me eat. Let's go have another meal, fam. Habit number 1, we've made it to habit number 1. If you are still watching, then I'm gonna tell you a little secret, which is that I've been working on something for months at this point, because there does not exist something on the market that we need. If you are watching this video and you eat a diet that does not have animal products, it's a non-negotiable. You need to have this product, and there doesn't exist one that is clean and doesn't have any added gunk and junk, and it's made with the cheap version, which I don't like. I want the good stuff. I've been working on this. If you can guess what it is that I've been working on that is going to be available very soon, then leave a comment. And let's get into habit number 1. Habit number 1 is, I'm putting it in all capital letters because it is the most important thing. Primary foods. We talk about primary foods all the time on my program with clients. Primary foods, they're not potatoes, rice, beans, oatmeal, etc. Primary foods are the things that nourish your soul outside of food. Why are they so important in a weight loss journey? Because if your focus is just weight loss, that's all you ever think about, all you listen to is nutrition stuff and always looking for the next best diet, well, this is going to cause huge overwhelm and analysis paralysis, because you're hearing so many different things when it comes to weight loss that you don't know what the right thing to do is. And then you're confused, and then you start this diet, and then you start that diet, and you're just on this hamster wheel going crazy because you're hearing all these different things from people, and it's gonna make this a very unpleasant experience experience. The more you know, the less you know, really. And like I talked about at the beginning of this video, the reason why we're in this mess in the first place is because we're too smart and we know too much. And if we drop into our bodies and let our bodies do the talking, our bodies will take care of it. So we need to shift our focus toward things outside of food so that we don't get lost in this analysis paralysis, overwhelm, confusion, and we're so caught up in the information that we never make any substantial implementation. We never really move the needle forward in terms of our health journey. We want to avoid that. So go out and discover things that are going to light you up and bring you joy outside of this whole weight loss thing. Additionally, if all you focus on is weight loss, then when you're done with it, then what are you going to do? What's your identity going to be? If your identity is weight loss, then we need to find some new things that you value yourself with, because once the weight loss thing is over, it's going to be very difficult for you and you're going to feel pretty lost. So let's find some things that you're interested outside of food and weight loss. If you made it to this point in the video, comment secret project. If you haven't already commented the guess as to what the secret project is, comment secret project and I'll know you're a homie. I love you, honeys, and I'll see you in my next video. Woo!